What is up, everybody? This is Merc the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I am Merc the Mike. I'm joined by my tag partner, Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
Beyond talking about old cartoons, we've been watching a lot of wrestling, so we do have a lot of wrestling to cover. We got Netflix Monday Night Raw debut. We have NXT New Year's Evil, SmackDown, AEW stuff, and But first, we have the wrestling retrospect, and you picked last week Dr. Wagner Senior.
The original.
So I only have
Uh,
one match because I found two and then one of them got taken off the internet. So I have one match on me. So you be more on it. So
yeah,
you can
I'll
pick
pick.
it
I'll pick a
first.
bunch. I'll tell you the ones I have.
Mhm.
Let's see. One was yesterday. Two today. Okay, we got a good one. Some of them are kind of not the most exciting matches, but some of them are actually things that you see that surprised me. Um, let's see. The first one I have is Dos Caras versus Dr. Wagner Sr., March 2nd, 1980. This one is in, it says UWA for the light heavyweight title. The champion is Dos Caras and challenger. No, challenger is Dos Caras. I think the champion, Dr. Wagner. So, spoilers, Wagner loses this match. This one looks like it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. It doesn't really say that, but according to the footage, it is because uh, there's a submission by Wagner early, and Caras taps out, and then they go back into it. And I believe, see, now this is the thing that's interesting. Caras hits a dive on Wagner outside, takes him out, and he doesn't make the count back in, which is kind of rare. Like when you see it, it's nothing crazy either. Then you get to the last fall, and it's like a textbook roll up counter. Like it's like little noogies in the head, and then he does a victory roll, and this is those Caras does to Wagner. The cool thing is like this is in Japan,
Yeah.
so it's interesting to see two Mexican luchadors like for a championship match in Japan, and they have the streamers and everything when Caras wins, and it's almost just like today. It's super packed around the ring though. That's like the one thing that's way different.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say, like as much as people say, man, wrestling's in a boom today, yes, because of the multiple streams of income and revenue. But man, the bodies. People used to be out just be in the arena. Like
Yeah.
it looks like there was no room. Like this is crazy. This is Japan in the 1980s. No standing room only. It looks like so. It's crazy. Um, so that's the first one. Apparently, Wagner lost his championship. That seems to be a theme though. That Wagner and Dos Caras seem to like have a little rivalry.
Yeah.
That I noticed. There's not a lot of matches, but in just the two, and it's the second one I go to right now. It is Dos Caras, El Solitario, and Enrique Vera versus Abdullah the Butcher,
Yeah.
Abdullah Tamba, and Dr. Wagner. And this is the one I told you I didn't know there was another Butcher. Well,
Yeah.
I mean to say is another Abdullah. Um, and yes, they very much look alike. Big heavy set guy with the genie pants on. And the curl toe shoes. Yes, he has the shoes. Um, Abdullah is a little bigger though. So this one, again, I don't think Dr. Wagner was actually a good guy.
No, he
So
was a
that might
he
be like
was a heel. He always worked
so,
heel until
but
his
that's the thing.
son took over. Yeah.
If you look at him, like in just a picture or just like see him in passing, you would think he's a good guy because he wears all white.
Yeah. But he
Like
has
that's
like
his uniform.
a flair ish kind of style. Like he's very clean.
Yes, you see that. Yes.
Yeah, and his mask is very clean. So yeah, I he was always a heel from what I remember.
Yeah. So in this match, you see it. I guess because that's the bad guy team,
Yeah,
the Butchers. Um, and this one is kind of a standard match. It's a nice character match because the guys who are characters, like the bigger characters, they 100% stand out. So Abdullah, Butcher, and Tamba stand out a whole lot in this match because they're
Yeah.
just lumbering. They do the funny like sells when random things happen. Like they're the ones who do the banana peel
Yeah.
slip when you move out of the way. You know what I mean? So like it's interesting again to see all that stuff that it pertains to. This is I can't. Let's see if I can find a date. 84. So this
Nice.
is 84. 21284. Also UWA. Damn, a lot of wrestling was popping in Japan. A lot of Lucha Libre was popping off in Japan
Yeah,
in
they
the
had a
80s.
long relationship because also if you don't go to the original Tiger Mask, he's Japanese and he had a big following in Mexico as well.
And I know Ultimo Dragon
Ultimo Dragon.
went to Mexico and basically became a star down there. And
Yeah,
Jericho.
yeah.
And Jericho. So yeah.
Ultimo went to Mexico first and established himself. Like Ultimo Dragon speaks like fluent Spanish.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
speaks doesn't speak English at all, but he speaks Spanish. Um, but yeah, he learned. He kind of went there. He trained there, and then took that style and brought it to Japan. So when he started doing like his training and stuff, he mixes the both. He trains strong style and a mix of lucha libre.
So I see I guess that's his trademark move is the thing that he got the first submission in the first match. It's like an abdominal stretch with a modified abdominal stretch because he hooks one of your arms behind your back so you can't pull you can't pull out to the ring.
Yeah,
So it's kind of mean. And then that's how they win this match. So the bad guys win.
yeah.
So you win one, you lose one.
I got one. The one I found, I'll just say, and then you can say your last. Is El Santorio versus Dr. Wagner. This is Mask versus Mask,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
is Aki La Lucha. That was where it's 1985, and this was fucking
Okay,
bloody.
okay.
They beat this. Not this was like a very like you think you get more like the flashier side, but this was like a ground and pound and trying to rip each other's mask off and it went to a point that he like half both their masks were like half ripped with blood sticking out and all that stuff. Wagner got the mask off, and then he still just continued just beating the crap out of him. And then by the time the end of the match, they both had like half a mask, but the babyface actually lost, and Dr. Wagner won
Okay.
and took his
Now that's
mask as a trophy.
so the funny thing you mentioned that, right?
Mhm.
There's a two.
Okay.
So the other match I saw was Solitario versus Wagner, Mass versus Mass 2, also 1985.
Nice.
And it's not the same match because they, for the most part, 90%, uh, it's a they have the mask on. Like nobody's mask is off. It's by the maybe about 10 minutes in, it's ripped. They're both ripped
Yeah.
because Wagner rips Solitario's first. Then they brawl out. Then like it, I think that's like the Hogan thing for him
Yeah.
because it wakes him up. But also right before that, this is where you see um, Wagner doing the thing that they do now. Again, this is 85. He's doing the abdominal stretch with the arm
Yeah.
to the other side of the ref, and he's doing the peekaboo with the ref with
Yeah.
the arm and the stretching. And when Solitario gets out, that's when the title of the match changes.
Yeah.
Because I guess he's pissed off at the cheating, and they have this really cool. And then like, again, you said Ric Flair.
Yeah.
There's a thing where Solitario slaps, like gets slapped, right? Doesn't It's not affected because obviously he's mad in the match, he's angry, and then he slaps Wagner, and then Wagner does the the Ric Flair. He just goes down in one slap.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things I just didn't know certain people had did back in the day.
Yeah.
It's not just exclusive to one person. Again, because this is 85. They don't say where they are, like if they were in Mexico or if they're in Japan in this one. And then the different end of this one is Solitario actually gets the mask off
Okay.
at the end, but That's because he catches Wagner trying to catch him with like a just a simple uh where you bend over and the guy rolls over you.
Yeah.
Like he dives and rolls over you. It's like a lucha. It's a specific lucha thing. Like not regular. It's not a regular type of wrestling move.
Yeah.
And instead of leaping over Wagner, the guy just, I'm just gonna sit on you and pin you.
There you
it's
go.
so it's so whack that gets pinned, right? So Lothario wins the match, and then the at the end here they have like a almost like a mini press conference in the ring,
Yeah.
and then you see Wagner's face. He takes the mask completely off. Like he shakes his hand, and then he's like, all right, and then he takes it off, and you see Dr. Wagner has a mustache, and that's how you know he's evil. So
There you go.
that's it.
The evil ways. All right.
Yep.
That is our wrestling retrospect. We'll have a new person at the end of the show. We kick off our week in wrestling with the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Very pay-per-viewish kind of show, the way the card looked. Um, but we kick off with Triple H welcomes WWE Universe to Netflix, and The Rock shows up.
Well, what they call him now? They call him Uncle Dwayne.
Yeah, the final boss, the drunken uncle.
Thanks to Oba Femi. He ain't like that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You got more about that. Mm-hmm.
It was funny. Yeah. So there was a lot of things about that would happen on the show with The Rock and him having certain conversations with certain people and being very kind to people and not being the boss that he was before. Me, I don't get it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. I don't trust him, and I don't believe it. He's acting like a drunk uncle, and he's being extremely nice to the two targets.
I mean, he was just being a good boss. What can you say?
I'm just saying.
Special occasion. It's just being a good boss.
I'm just
It's
saying.
it's he's the you know that meme about all year and then October 31st people turn into a goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a goblin all year, and then January 1st he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
But we did start off with tribal combat. We had Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa.
So it didn't go exactly how you called it, how we
Yeah.
called it. I thought Roman was gonna lose because I was just expecting something. There was a plan for Solo,
Yeah.
but no, this is his chapter is over.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
Rock emerges and gives him the Ula follow. Everyone thought it was gonna be a turn, but no, he just praised him. And
No. Also, there was
yes, we had the shenanigans.
of course, leave your bloodline at home did not apply to the match.
Yeah.
How
Well, it's
long
a
did it take
tribal
for
combat,
somebody to
so
come out?
yeah.
No, but that's what they said. Oh yeah, no bloodline present.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
The first person to show up, Jacob Fatu
Yeah.
and Tama Tonga. So, of course.
He don't listen to nobody.
So, and a special surprise though, we had KO,
Yep. Kicked Roman
KO
right
and
in the
Cody,
dick.
and we had Cody chase him off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. KO kicked Roman right in the dick. Right before the right before the stunner. He kicked right there. He kind of deserved it a little bit. I'm just saying, but yeah, I was like, oh, damn,
I
insult to
mean,
injury.
he's crazy, but he's not wrong.
No, he's not
KO
wrong.
is crazy, but he's not wrong.
Like I actually don't
I'm
like
not falling for it.
the only like KO is 100% right in the right of attacking Roman Reigns in this match. He was like, fuck you, you going down. But it was a fun match. It was like a WrestleMania ish kind of feel to it with the run-ins and the jacks. The only one that didn't run in was Jey Uso.
Cause he don't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Well, he had a Drew McIntyre later on, so he focused on that too.
Exactly. Exactly.
He
He's
had to
got
keep
stuff
his
to do.
head on a swivel because Drew would have attacked.
Mm-hmm.
But The Rock congratulates him after the win and all that stuff too. So we get the last time is now John Cena's promo stating that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. That's how
He
he
says
ended
he's
the
going to
promo.
win. He's going to win the Royal Rumble, is what he says.
Yes. So the journey of Cena's last year starts on Monday.
I expect twists and turns. I
Yeah,
don't expect it to be clear cut. So, do I think he's gonna win the Rumble? No,
I don't. I
but
think he could win Money in the Bank.
do I think he's gonna win the championship one time? I would like that before he retires, because he's not coming back after that.
I would
So
just
he
say
says.
also he's never won the IC title.
True, true,
Get some of those belts off the bucket list. Go to NXT. Try to win their title.
true. I mean, why not?
Overfemi might end
Yeah, he
you,
ain't gonna
but
have that. He ain't gonna have that.
that's a risk you're willing to take. We go to our next match. We have the women's championship match. You have Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan.
Of course, this one we call Rhea gets her championship back. Solid match, but like we said, it had to end.
Yeah, it had to end, and I hope they don't cross paths for a bit.
I mean, they will. Obviously,
Yeah, most likely.
chicken tendies tried to get a hug at the end.
Yeah, he also got felt
so
tasting his nuts because he got kicked
so
really hard.
I wonder again. I wonder what's gonna happen, because I think Liv saw that,
Yeah,
and even if she didn't it was on TV. So maybe her character's not stupid enough to believe
yeah.
that he didn't do that. So let's see what happens.
Let's see, let's see. We also got teased Pentagon Jr. He was supposed to debut this week, but I guess this show was really overstuffed as it is, so they left stuff for next week. We have the finals of the IC title, ladies IC title, and the debut of Pentagon next week. Jay Uso versus Drew McIntyre. That was really good.
Oh well, maybe we have to take it show up. I don't know why he
Oh
showed
yeah,
up for Rhea though.
yeah. He just
That I
showed up
don't know.
to give her a little pop.
I Yeah, but she ain't need it.
Nah, she don't
She
need
ain't
it.
need it from him. She ain't need it from him. I'm
Nah,
just wondering, like, if they not to diss Undertaker, but I'm saying, like, in terms of a star who needed a little pat on the back, she ain't it. It's too late for Rhea. She's already up there.
yeah. Taker
So
shouldn't
I
need it.
wonder. So I wonder if there's gonna be a little something, like, if he's gonna be her summon.
Who knows?
If she gets in trouble, can she summon the Undertaker now? Just one
Yeah,
time.
just a big dong. Like, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
She has that one special move, like
One
Streets
special,
of
yeah.
Rage.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Taker Kid came out with Jay and made him mute. That would never
That would have
happen.
made even less sense. But
But yeah, Taker came out and celebrated. Then we went to Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Thought it was a really solid match. Jey Uso gets the win.
yeah, I mean, finally,
I was
because
surprised.
is that the first one he won, right?
Yeah.
Out of the other times they fought,
Mhm.
so maybe it'll be different.
Maybe. Fucking Travis, like when he came out with Travis Scott, he had a blunt in his hand. Triple H was like, please don't smoke that. Please don't smoke
I like how Drew McIntyre said that he had
that. Yeah.
he had
That's why he lost. He was dizzy.
he was disoriented.
Yeah. Um, I dug the presentation of the Netflix. I actually like the smaller stage. I like the more intimate the crowd is. To like it's smaller the ramp, so the crowd is more in. It looks like they could add more people to their front and too. So I thought it was actually really cool looking. Um, we do have we had Hogan getting booed out the building.
Of course, this was hilarious.
Good for his ass.
Tone deaf. That's all I got to
Boo
say.
Earns, Boo Earns.
Yeah, Boo Earns. Yep, Boo Earns. Pretty much.
I was talking about it last week with you, but also I'll talk about it to a lot of people because people just don't get why Hogan's not liked. I was like, he brings nothing back to the business, and that's one big thing. Beyond him being racist as fuck, he does nothing to benefit anyone in that business. He takes the paycheck, and that's what he does. If Taker comes back, he's talking to everybody. He's talking to all the rookies. He's talking to all everybody. He's actually interacting and giving them pointers, things like that. Austin comes
You
back.
think Hogan's
Yeah.
going to NXT? No.
No. And that's the big thing that people don't realize. Hogan doesn't give back to nothing. He's kind of like Goldberg. Goldberg don't give back to nothing, and in that sense. But but that's
I
what it
don't
is too.
know. I don't know if it's now that the recent Goldberg is different than the old Goldberg, but personality wise, because people don't have anything bad to say about him, but
No,
people
because
have.
yeah,
People, like, I only go about what they say, not what I think.
it's more in the
And
talent
people
side.
have shit to say about Hogan.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah,
People
like
from years and years that we grew up
yeah,
thinking, oh man, things was cool, and you hear years and years of this guy was a prick who only looked out for himself, and it's like that didn't help the business because you see where everywhere he went, he got the biggest spotlight, and then shit started to fucking
yeah.
things started to slowly shrink around him because he was sucking up all the money and you understand what I'm saying?
No, 100%. Wherever he
He
went,
really
he sucked up the money, but he didn't help the talent. Same thing happened at TNA when he went there.
exactly
Honestly, TNA almost
exactly,
went out of business because of Hogan and Bischoff. To be honest, but if you
and
go
it
go
wasn't
into his
good.
whole, if you go into his whole shit, and I think more and more the documentaries that are coming out more and more now, how he snitched on Jesse Ventura to try to make a union for the wrestlers and shit like that, is making him look more and more like a scumbag that he is already.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't try to use Macho Man's name to get you a pop because even
Oh,
he
that
didn't
was
like you at the time either.
exactly
So, but it goes into the point that and the reason why I say it and I said it clearly is like he doesn't bring anything to the business. Like Austin comes back, he wants it to be something. He doesn't want it to be just nothing. He wants to help someone get over or help someone get talent. That's his mentality. McFoley, Rock, Taker, all those guys, they come back, they help the talent that's backstage, they talk to the talent backstage, they do all that stuff. Hogan's in his own dressing room and ignores everybody until he has to come out and then fucking leaves. And that's what it is. Stop using him. There's
the
many ta-
money's too good.
there's many
The
legends that you can use. Yeah, we don't need no more Hogan figures. There's enough. There's many legends you can fucking use. Don't and y'all scared to put like X Pac on fucking TV and having to fucking say shit, and you have Hogan keep going on. You could have had a bigger pop with Scott Steiner. Just saying, give him a live mic.
true,
Be fun.
true. Him and have him and his nephew.
Exactly. So yeah, it's good for it. I don't give a fuck about Hogan. Good for his ass. You might have gotten a pop if Jimmy Hart was with him. Was he with him?
Yeah, he was
He
standing
was.
right next
Oh
to him.
shit, he was with him. I forgot. See, that's how much the boots happen. Anyway, we went to the main event. We have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That was a WrestleMania caliber match they gave, and it was a fantastic match. It looked like a fight. It looked like they did hate each other and things like that. So they gave you that illusion that they was coming at each other's throat. Very good main
Uh,
event.
I don't agree. I don't agree, and I'll tell you why. It was a good wrestling match.
Yeah.
Did it look like a fight? Maybe in the last 2 minutes. And I'll
Okay.
tell you why. What fight does a man do a crossbody?
That is true.
Because CM Punk was busting out moves, and I like again. I don't think it was necessarily a blood feud type of deal.
Yeah.
It seemed more like CM Punk was trying to one up Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
That's what I got the feeling. He
But
was trying to show him up, like I'm the man.
yeah.
Like not like it, because he damn sure wasn't just swinging for the fences, and it wasn't like just a punch, 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 kick,
Yeah.
heavy match. It looked more, because you see, it would look more like Seth was trying to end his career, because Seth was the one that did the thing
Yeah.
that introduced the table, and then it backfired on him.
Yeah.
Seth was the one who was a lot of the aggression was coming from Seth,
Yeah.
and it just looked like Punk was trying to just show him up.
Yeah.
Not saying the match wasn't bad, I'm not trying to take points away from it for that, but it did not look like a fight.
Yeah.
It looked like a very good wrestling match.
Yeah. Punk wins.
Yes, I do like I like the two GTSs.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what, I gotta get you again.
Um, and that was the end of Monday Night Raw. Where you give it?
As a show, I give it a A. I give it a solid A. I would give it an A minuses because again, I feel like if we're gonna pick apart, like that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
It's just that I feel like the two of the celebrities or the legends things didn't do anything. Like I
Yeah,
said, Rhea didn't need Taker, and Taker could have did that with somebody else.
yeah.
And Hogan didn't bring anything, didn't really announce anything.
Piss poor beer. That's what
Like
he
it just,
announced.
what, but what's that got to do with the next week's show? Like, all right. Again,
It's a
we just got
sponsor on the
you just
ring.
got finished saying why,
Yeah,
and he just got through showing you why. All
yeah,
it was about him.
yeah. Exactly.
So again, yeah, they could have maybe did something, rearranged them around,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's about it.
I think the only one
I
that
got I
made
got no
sense
real
was The Rock.
complaints. I do think it was hilarious that the weed smoke followed Jay down
Yeah,
down the ramp though. That was kind of he got to the bottom like
yeah.
why was the ring so smoky when he was eating? Why?
um,
I think you know what? Here's one thing I think that was interesting that people had because I listened to Busted Open and they had like an issue with the wrestlers sitting at the ringside
yeah,
because there was some funky stuff with the Rock and Cody because it did look disjointed. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that guy tried to cost you your championship, and you just sitting there looking at him,
Hmm.
and you dap him up when he walks up to you. Like I would have threw some beer in his face.
You see, that was the thing that I think
So that's
works.
weird.
I actually think it works because again, you don't know. Like, I actually think that again, I think Rock was very, very kind to his two next targets.
Go to a lot of people. Kind to a lot of
Even
people. But
Paige,
I
I
think
think,
again, I
worked
think
with
it
him.
worked
Yeah,
because. But I said I think it worked because there were SmackDown stars sitting there.
yeah. I think it was just
So when
more to
you
showcase the
and
people that in the roster is the
no,
first time
no,
on Netflix.
no, I get you. I
Yeah,
get it. But like they literally most of those people they showed, those were SmackDown stars. Most of them. I'm not saying all of them. The
yeah,
tag team champs were sitting there, but Tiffany was there, Cody was there, like a line of people that were on SmackDown. So I think they had it to show Raw stars and then to show SmackDown,
yeah.
just to show them
Cause
without
you,
having to show you in the back and everything. Like okay, they're right there.
but
Because
also,
I
you got to
part of it felt
realize,
like what's the show that they've been doing a lot better with the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
Part of it felt like they did this show in the Hall of Fame. Like that's what it felt like they
So
mixed the two together.
one thing I'll say that most people don't realize is that the production of Netflix. Yes, in America we just get Raw. Everywhere else they get SmackDown, NXT on Netflix. So it's a way to showcase with the other stars that you have on the Netflix. Because anywhere else out of USA is getting on Netflix Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
showing those people within that time because it's all air live simultaneously. I understand why showing them in that sense, but also hype up USA because they did have USA commercials as well for SmackDown as well, and then New Year's Evil they had a bunch of little ads for New Year's Evil as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I get that though. But I thought they did. I like the presentation. I like the black ring. I like the smaller set.
It looks like UFC.
Yeah, yeah, I
The
agree.
ring looks like
Yeah,
UFC.
it also looks like the when they went to the smaller set on in the beginning of the year before WrestleMania. I liked it that set because it made it felt more intimate and it gave more crowd participation in that front area. But I get the whole UFC thing because when you said that, I was like, oh, that actually does look like UFC because the smaller shit. All right.
No, just all the ads in the ring. It looks like a UFC ring.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
that too. That too. Yeah, you had Fortnite in the middle.
That was interesting. Fortnite's in the middle, not Prime.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
it was that. It was Hogan's piss beer.
I
It
would,
was
you know, what I would like though. I would like that they would advertise some of the wrestlers if they have something that they let them actually do.
yeah,
Logan Paul could do stuff. Why can't anybody else? Like, for instance, if Becky was there, I would like put the title of her book on the corner of the ring or something. Like,
mm,
okay,
yeah.
all right.
What was the other thing?
Or put Booker T school on the side. Put
Yeah,
reality of wrestling somewhere. Okay,
and also Io
just saying.
Shirai eat it with it was dancing with Jey Uso.
Yes, they were
Yeah.
side in the ringside. Sure.
We go. I'll give the show an A as well. We go to NXT New Year's Evil. This was a good show. We kick off with women's championship match. We have Roxanne Perez versus Julia.
A good match. I did not expect it to be the first match. Thought it was very good. Better than the second one. Less shenanigans. Roxy is going. I saw the picture of Roxy and Cora Jade
Yeah,
moping on the steps, and I'm like, yeah, but your girl cost you the match.
yeah,
And they didn't really harp on that because the last thing that Cora Jade did was the thing that cost Roxy the match. So I'm just saying, she got some splaining to do.
there you go. New champion Julia.
Yes, sir.
I enjoyed it. It was a good match. You also have The Rock showing up in the to NXT. Booker T plugging his own promotion was kind of funny. Yeah, he did actually
I mean,
promoted his thing.
that's funny, but like when 70% of the students are from his school, why not?
Yeah, 100%. And then that WWEID thing too. A lot of his guys are there.
And
I think
girls.
they're
So
I think they're
just saying.
promotion for it. The WWEID.
Yeah, there's them and a few other ones.
Yeah. We got a four-way for number one contender for the North American Championship. You had Kalani Jordan versus Cora Jade versus Stephanie Valkyra versus Lola Vice.
And another one. I'm surprised they didn't break it up and put the men's here, but they went for this one, and I think it was a good choice. It was a great match.
Yeah,
I think the right person won, but I mean, obviously they're telling a story, so it's just like it makes sense for Stephanie to take it.
yeah,
Would have been a surprise if Cora J won the match, though. Not
yeah.
gonna lie,
It would have been surprised. It also would have been surprised if Lola
because
or
she gets a championship and her girl just lost hers. Like,
yeah,
damn.
maybe she calls her too eventually. He had
So
Thrope.
we'll see.
He
We'll
had
see.
Thrope was shown attacked backstage.
Of course,
Every time I see
that's what
him
you get.
now, I think of fucking Liar Liar when he's kicking his own ass in the bathroom.
Oh damn.
He's like, dude.
Except this time it wasn't. It wasn't him. It was a giant Obafemi foot that stepped on him.
Yeah, that's what you get. He lied the first time, so no one's gonna believe him the second. Giovanni Evans gave a promo about his mouth. I actually thought that was like a good story. Good story.
It's messed up.
Yep.
It's messed up. They made him give a promo. He can't talk. Like, why you had to mumble that?
We had Fatal Influence versus Shansi, Tatum Paxley, and Gigi Dolan.
Another good ass match. Fatal Attraction has the chemistry already, and it ain't take long for other girls to throw down together. So it was good.
Yeah.
Although they're missing the color to be the Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
There's a green one. There's a blue one. No, there's an orange one.
There's red.
They're missing.
Yeah.
Because Gigi is orange. She's not red. So they're missing two colors. All right,
Yeah.
whatever. Do they have a name?
They were
They
calling.
don't have a
Well,
name yet.
Shansi been calling them Chemical X.
I mean, it's right there.
There you go.
It's right there. So I thought it was fun.
Yep. We need Tank back. That's what's missing. We need
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Tank. Yeah.
yeah, true.
We need the Tank back. That will all be the color scheme would be all be forgiven if the Tank was there.
Mm-hmm.
Next match we have Charlie Dempsey versus Lexus King. That was really good.
That was a good match. Yeah,
King wins.
solid. I wasn't again. Your the prediction last week was Regal, and in this match we had zero Regal.
Yeah.
Surprised the hell out of me. Okay,
Yeah, the
so
Roxy and Ethan Page backstage segment. I thought that was great.
yes, sir.
And then we got our main event is over Femi versus Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe for the NXT Championship.
And again, the way the story was told, it made perfect sense. Eddie got his ass kicked and wasn't there for 2/3 of the match. Shows up with a chair and ruins it
Yep.
for Trick Williams. That's how it goes down.
Over Femi, the new NXT champion.
It was only a matter of time.
Yep. What do you give the show?
This one I give an A. straight up A.
I
And
got
then The
A
Rock
as
with
well.
his 20 minutes at the end, taking
Yeah.
up Obafemi's time. So he went on bust open and he was like, "Hey man, okay, Uncle Dwayne. Next time you come to this, next time you come by, yeah, you can't do that." So I'm looking forward to something happening down the line,
Yeah.
maybe WrestleMania time. Obafemi bitch slaps The Rock. All right,
Yep. I did
just
like
saying.
the promo he said because he kind of went more into character. He just said to stay tuned to what's going on. Sadly, CW cut it off. He had to watch it online.
Well, most
But
of what
he
he
cussed.
was just shocked. He was just happy to be there.
Yeah. But after
Like
that, he was just
95% of
cursing. And once they went offline, off here, he fucking just started cursing.
I don't know, man. He apologized for the curses while it was on. I
Yeah.
don't. Did they show two versions of it? Was
Yeah,
it
yeah. They showed the
a different?
full cursing version on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. CW's like, no, not in front of the 10 o'clock news. All right. AEW Dynamite. Yeah, Will Ospreay versus Buddy Matthews. I think that was probably my highlight of the show.
That is the only thing I saw. I thought it was good, and I like his message for Buddy.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they're teasing the breakup of the House of Black or the change, because I heard somebody said something to Brody later.
Yeah, and Malachi is it might be out of
Good,
AEW.
good, good,
Yeah,
good.
Bobby Lashley versus Mark
Go get your
Briscoe.
wife. That's all I'm saying. Go get your wife. Don't get
Lashley
out of
won.
there. Get out of there. Who?
Bobby Lashley versus Mark Briscoe.
Okay. I would like to see that.
It was alright. Uh,
All right. All right.
uh, then you had them jumping Mark Briscoe, and then yeah, the Cassidy come for the save.
All right. At least they're using the champs. Okay.
You had the men's casino gauntlet for the AEW World Championship. The the order was Jay
This one I
White,
did watch.
Adam
This one I did
Page,
watch.
Rita Yuta, Ricochet, Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia, Hobbs, Strong, Archer, O'Reilly, Jeff Jarrett. Fun match. I would not have want to win the first spot. I just say there. That last spot looked more appetizing if I would have won, not
I'm
that first
happy.
match.
I'm happy that Hobbs won.
I'm happy Hobbs won, and he looked like a
I'm
beast
happy
on
that Hobbs.
Collision. I saw the clips.
I'm happy that Hobbs won. He's been doing good recently. Him and Takeshita was awesome. You know, I think him having the meat chance just firmly behind him. That's his thing. Is good.
Yeah,
And then the match was okay. Again, like you said, it seems weird wanting to be number one, but when they say the advantage is you could pin first, it makes sense. It's just they got to do it at least once,
yeah,
because then it just always makes it seem like it's a rule that doesn't is for nothing. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
flavor text.
yeah.
So I'm expecting one of those to happen where a pinfall happens in the first 2 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
So Hobbs will fight Moxley at Maximum Carnage.
Good, good. I hope he makes him his bitch, like he said in front of his wife. That was rude.
Yeah,
This is very rude.
he ain't winning. Sadly, he ain't gonna win.
But let's see what kind of shenanigans they get
Let's
up
see.
to.
Jeff
That's all.
Jarrett refuses to work with MJF, and that was another thing that happened. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Leave him alone. Leave all slap nuts alone.
And Death Riders relay out Cope.
Of course they would. Why not?
And Casino Gauntlet number 2 with the ladies. And the winner was Statlander. Oh no, Statlander won the spot for the number 1 spot. So she won the spot that Jay White won. So she took the number 1 spot. She beat Storm and Willow.
And that's what next week.
Next week is their gauntlet, yes.
Okay. No.
And then you had Kenny Omega come out and pretty much he had his welcome back promo, and then Don Callis comes out and they beat down Kenny Omega, and then Ospreay comes for the save.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens.
At least they continuing that. Like it's not like they're like Don Callis like, oh, this motherfucker's back, I'm gonna kill him.
True.
At
True.
least it does that. AEW overall, I give it a B. The Gauntlet match was good. The first opening match was really good, so I'll give it credit with that. And the ladies triple threat was actually pretty good. So, and then also like Harley Cameron's promo with May. That was
Yes,
great.
the one backstage.
Yep.
She said May's gonna bite her head off. So
Yep.
she says you're gonna feel the wrath. He's like, what?
Mhm.
You're gonna feel the wrath. I'm sorry, I can't understand you. You're gonna feel the wrath. I'm like, that's pretty good. I love that.
The Graps.
She is, yes, and hot girl graps.
There you go. And that I think that was my only thing I watched on Collision. So there you go.
Okay.
They sold me. All right. We go to WWE SmackDown. We kick off with Wade Barrett and uh Tessa Rowe. There are the commentators for SmackDown. So Corey Graves is going to NXT for a time being, I guess, until McAfee has to go do his NFL college football stuff. Then Corey Graves takes over on Raw. I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's a the promotion, but people don't realize what Graves does backstage either. So I'm like, well, okay, that happens.
Why would they say that when NXT is like the best show? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
Please, guys,
Yeah,
shut up.
yeah, and then people don't realize that Graves has a bigger role than what he does. Saxon has a bigger role than what he does. He does a lot of like for the new rookie announcers and stuff like that. Saxon's like one of the lead people to teach people and stuff like that. Same thing with Graves. He does a lot of stuff for NXT and promo classes and things like that. He does a lot of things like that. So they do many different jobs in that company. So he's not like I don't think he's taking anything, and anything I guess he's taking it as a easy way to go home every day now because he could go to NXT, do the taping, and then go home.